So I just got back from a really nice trip to Canada, specifically Nova Scotia and Toronto, Ontario. Whenever I'm there, well, we got to visit family, which is always really nice. I really like to check out the local art and or bookstores if I get a chance. Here are some of the things that I picked up when I was there this time. So here's the first book. It's Lobster's Vacation. I'm a freelance illustrator and I create artwork for my own brand called Cherry Human Studios, but that's another story. I really like to collect books like this, specifically children's books where I really love the illustrations and just the story. And I love to make sure that I find books that are location specific. So this one is a story about a lobster who's escaped from the ocean, from the cooking pot, and he enjoys all of the fun summer things that Nova Scotia has to offer. If you don't know much about Nova Scotia, they're known for very many amazing things, one of which is their incredible lobster, which is, it's unmatched, really. The nostalgic illustrations in this are by a Halifax artist named Paul G. Hammond, and you get to see some of the really amazing sights of Nova Scotia. I just thought the illustrations were really beautiful, and again, I really like to find work that is specific to the location that I'm at. The next thing I picked up was this mental health comic called Let's Talk About It. I picked this one up in a comic book store in Halifax. This originated in Stark County, Ohio through the Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Board system. But this was free and available in that comic book store in Halifax. And I haven't been able to read through the entire thing yet, but it does talk a lot about some very important mental health challenges. So I thought that was really awesome that they provided that just at the local comic book store. The next two things are some zines that I picked up from a store called The Beguiling in Toronto. And the first one is this zine called The History of a Toss by Wang Keaton. The illustrations are really cool. And the description is, did an awful thing happen or was it all in my head? A heavy phone book kickstarts an unpleasant exchange. And then the next zine that I picked up was this one called Dreams by Mark Wang. And the story is incredible. The illustrations are magical. And in the back, I just thought this was really funny. So this was also a zine that I picked up from The Beguiling. And finally, these three books that I picked up from a used bookstore in Toronto. We were just kind of walking around. We just randomly saw this bookstore. It's called BMV Books. It's a used bookstore, and they had a whole floor of just like comic books and graphic novels, and that's what I love and what my husband really loves. I got these three books as I was browsing like the graphic novel shelves, and I'm very excited to read them. So this one is called Present by Leslie Stein, and I think it was published in 2017. This one is just about everyday life. The illustrations are really cool. I picked that one up, or that one. And then I picked up this one by Seo Kim called Cat Person. And I just really love cats, and I am a cat person, so I could definitely relate. That's why I picked it up. But then I opened up the inside to see like what was going on in there, and it's hilarious. So I had to pick that one up. And finally, I've been wanting to read this book for a while, and when I found it at the store, I was super excited. So this one is Super Mutant Magic Academy by Jillian Tamaki. And it says in the back, the kids of the Super Mutant Magic Academy want to be your friend. This is what the inside looks like. I'm just a sucker for like magical themes, like graphic novels. These are all the things that I picked up. So yeah, I really love graphic novels and comics and things of that nature, and also really beautifully illustrated children's books and stories. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I'd love to hear them.